Sure. I just want to tell you that I'm from East Rand, the K1.
Oh, fair K1.
Except for to become a Lamunjablo Matondo, Justardemc, the one who MC, but with Bonke, Abafanis. Please make sure that you tune in to Hlehle every weekdays from 12 to 2. I hosted with Dr. Machisa.
Shout out to Sure. 12 to 2.
Sure, 12 to 2. Hotman, you guys just had a conversation about new media and how new media give us exposure and also how it gives information quicker,
instantly, right? Bro, yeah.
How do you feel about social media being like the tool that all these people who are in our industry, the radio industry and TV industry, they get selected because of followers and because of so many likes? How do you feel about that? Because especially in terms of radio, I was watching a podcast, David Mashabela, right? I was watching a podcast that he had with Chili M, the legendary Chili M, and they spoke about how radio has been dumped down because of that. People being selected because of likes and followers. Yeah. How do you feel about that? And how do you feel about people who are not being selected, especially people who are talented?
Bro, good question, man. Bro, I don't subscribe to it. For me personally, it's totally nonsense. It's the laziest way of doing things. Bro, if someone has got 200,000 followers, right, on Instagram, and they've got those followers because they're naked half the time, they're showing bums. On the radio, when they do their first show, maybe half of those people will tune in, or let's say they all tune in. But we don't see the bombs on the radio, right? It's about what comes out your mouth. And you lose that. So to me, I feel like firstly, the problem is when people are in positions and they're not in love with the craft. Because when you're a radio guy and you are a program manager or whatever field you're in, you know how to spot talent. And your job is to spot the talent. Tomorrow they're going to have the 200,000 followers. So for me, it's a huge injustice. And it happens everywhere. You know, it's like in football when the kids who are really great at football, but their parents don't have the resources to bribe the official for them to get signed to a particular team, you know? And then we have a national team that's flopping, but every time we're in my ground, the guys are like, there's talent, guys are good. You know, Mukfalike, like when holiday, stars in my ground inside, the force, the guys are good. To me, it's a huge injustice, bro. And it's so sad. Bro, it's so sad. I remember even Metro at some point, they went through the whole thing where on one show, it was so measy, it was some girl from Amaponi, Ashim's daughter. And then I'm like, what the hell is going on? And there's so many talented people. And the show's flopped. These are facts. I'm not making it. I'm not hating on anyone. The show's flopped. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't translate. People aren't like that. That's not how it works. I mean, those same 200,000 people, 200 or 1 million followers, when they post something, does it get 1 million likes? No! It's always 20,000 or 5,000, sometimes 3,000 likes. So to me, it's silly to think then, why do you think 1 million people are going to listen to this person? Because they're on Instagram to see what they want to see and what this person is posting on Instagram. It's a whole different medium and people need to start respecting it. You know, be it radio, be it any job. Like, if the guy is good, he brings in the numbers. How did all these radio stations, YFM, 5FM, Metro FM, get millions of listeners in the early 2000s, in the 90s? How? When there was no social media. Do you get me? So to me, man, it's a huge injustice. And I feel like we can get away with it, and it's been proven that it doesn't work. You can't take someone who's not an actor or an actress and put them, they're not acting on their Instagram, so what do you think they're going to bring in the numbers? They won't bring in the numbers, you know? So yeah, it's a huge injustice, but also it starts with the big guys, the directors, putting in the wrong people in these positions where they are able to pick talent, and that's the criteria they choose to pick talent via.
And then, thank you for it. Thank you for it.
Good question, man.
And then I'm gonna take one last question.